back, you guys. I did some shopping. Not a lot of shopping, but a little bit of shopping, and I have some stuff to show you and stuff to try on. And this is going to be more of a get ready with me style. One of these things is going to be first impressions. The rest of it is going to be second and third impressions, so I can give you guys my thoughts as we go along. But oh my gosh, can we talk about this eyeshadow? It is a duochrome. It's gorgeous. I can't wait to show it to you guys. Let's get into it. So I have some new things, or well, newer to me things to play with today, and I'm kind of really excited about them. The Ulta sale, spring sale was going on, as well as the Sephora sale, and I only picked up 2 things from the Sephora sale, but I did get some pretty cool samples, and I just wanted to play with makeup. Now, these are not first impressions today because, well, I mean, I've been playing with them, but they are kind of first impressions, more like second and third impressions for most of them. So let's go ahead and dive in. I have primed my face with my SheGlam Birthday Skin Primer. You guys, I have to prime my skin with that for everything, so I'm giving the foundation the best chance by priming my skin with that. But the foundation that I picked up from Sephora is going to be the LYS Triple Fix Serum Foundation, and I got the shade LN3. And I've been wanting to try this for forever. I know this isn't a new product. Like, I realize it's not a new product, but you guys, I mean, everybody talked about it, everybody raves about it, everybody still says it's good, even though, you know, it's not, trying to open the box, even though it's not new. So I did want to try it, and it's a beautiful bottle, as we all know. Oh, look, you can see my camera. So I'm going to use a sponge with this because I use a sponge every day, and that's just the way I like to apply it. And I'm just going to pump it straight onto my Perfusion Casper sponge here. That actually looks like it will be a pretty good shade match for me. It's very runny. And yes, this is a clean sponge, by the way. We're going to start with just that amount and see what we got going on. So as you guys have probably seen, or you can guess if you're avid viewers of my channel, my hair is different. And the reason I decided to go for a lighter color is because my blonde roots were starting to show through on the black hair. And to be honest with you guys, I didn't want to have to deal with the upkeep. That's just the truth. So I did dye my hair black myself. It's a boxed hair dye, and I've been dyeing my hair dark colors for over a year at this point in time, and I just kind of wanted to break. So I took it back to blonde. This is probably a little bit warmer than I wanted it to go. I do not mind having like warm colored hair. That does not bother me in the slightest. I happen to think warm colored blonde hair, or honey blonde, or strawberry blonde, however you want to put it, is pretty. I know a lot of people like to take the brassiness out of it, but I think this might be a little bit warmer than I wanted to go, and I will probably, the blonde will be changing until I get a color that I like. But we are going black blonde, at least for a while. I've been purple, I've been red, black, pink, and now I think I just want to go back blonde for a while. Wow, this looks really pretty. All right, let me get close to you guys here so you can see. It does look a little bit more glowy than what I like, but then again, I'm already sweating to death up here, so that could be the reason. I like that. I'll have to let you guys know how it wears. I mean, not that it's new or that you guys haven't already tried it, but if you haven't tried it, I will let you know how this wears and keep testing it out. But so far, I'm impressed with that one. I am going to conceal real quick. It is just my Nars concealer. I did not get a new concealer. I didn't go overboard with this sale. I mean, I am trying really hard to buy less makeup this year and make my makeup purchases count a little bit more. So real quick, I'm going to set my eyes with my Revolution IRL Powder. I promise I have more new stuff, or newer to me stuff, to get to, but I, like I said, did not buy a lot of stuff. And okay, so for this Sephora sale, did you guys notice how the like actual brand websites were kind of mimicking the sale and offering a better sale? I saw that and really liked that. And of course I'm going to set my face. I set all foundations. I am an oily skin girl. With an active lifestyle, I do set all of my foundations. Again, I'm giving this the best wear test that I can give it, being an oily skin girl and knowing what I have to do with every foundation that I use. So after setting my face and my under eyes, this is what my skin is looking like. I'm kind of excited about this. I hope it doesn't break me out. My dog's in here with me in case you guys are curious what that sound is. But I hope it doesn't break me out because I've tried a lot of foundations that I really like and then it ends up breaking me out. And at almost 42, I really do not need to be having acne right now. So moving on to something new, I did get the Essence Sun Club Luminous Bronzing Powder in the medium tone. Now I have had this powder before, but I had it in the deeper skin tone. And I wanted to try this one because it's a little bit warmer. As you guys can tell, I'm kind of going for a little bit warmer of a look. So I'm going to get some of this on my bronzer brush here and we're going to give it a whirl. And I just bronze from my forehead kind of to the tops of my cheekbones, just giving it a little bit of warmth there. Okay, I really like that and the way it looks. And for a medium skin tone, I could wear the deeper skin tone when I had it. I just never used it. But for a medium skin tone, I would say this is more for a lighter skin tone. I don't know how well this would show up on a medium skin tone. But I do like that. What do we think, you guys? For a warmer bronzer for the summer? We all know I love my Flower Food Bear contour palette that I use for the winter time, but this for the summer, this might be my new bronzer for the summer. All right, give me just a moment. I have to change out my memory card and I will be right back. All right, now that I have made some space on my memory card and I have a really loud car going by, but that's okay, we're gonna move on to blush. And this is something that I have used, I lost it for a second. This is something that I have used a couple of times on my channel since I got it in December, but this is going to be the Nars Liquid Blush in the shade Orgasm. And the way I like to use this is I use my angled brush. This is a very fluffy brush. I do pat it on my cheeks and I do pat it on my cheeks over powder. And I've read the reviews on this and some people say that it is not very pigmented, but I never really have an issue with it not being pigmented. I think it's a gorgeous blush and it doesn't pick up the foundation underneath and it just gives like a seamless blend. I also read reviews that said it kind of blended away. I don't think that's necessarily the case with this. It's more of a buildable blush, if you will. And I think it looks pretty. So I know these don't get the best of reviews, but I really do like them and I wanted to showcase it today because it doesn't get much love on my channel. I don't use a lot of liquid products being an oily skin girl, but I do like this one. And it wears pretty well throughout the day as well. And again, I know the reviews don't state that it wears well, but for me personally it does and I like it. So if you like the Orgasm color, if you like the Orgasm color and you want to give this a go, they had this sample set that had the Orgasm X, and the Dolce Vita blush for the Christmas season. And I got this set of them and I really do like it. Kind of makes you just look a little bit more put together, if you will. And I actually am going to powder over that as well, just really quick to have it set down and kind of blend the edges. Isn't that a lovely spring color, you guys? Like, I really do like those. Okay, so again, really good, not new to me. Just wanted to pull it out and give it a little bit of love right now. Okay, so I already have my eyebrows done, but moving on to eyes. I got a couple things for eyes, and one of the things is going to be the Juvia's Place Coffee Shop palette. And again, this is one I've been wanting for a long time, kind of like the LYS, just because It is gorgeous. It's gorgeous, cool tones, just perfect. It reminds me of coffee, reminds me of like chocolate, these warm, saturated colors, and I kind of dig it. Now, another thing that I got and I've already worn, and let me tell you, this I got so many compliments on, but this is the Juvia's Place, and this is, what are they calling this? The Culture 2 Liquid Eyeshadow, and this is in the shade High Life. And you guys, it is a gorgeous, I want to say duochrome, but it's more of a multi-chrome, and it almost looks like glass on the eye. So as you can see there, it starts pink and kind of goes to gold and then green. Oh, I got so many compliments on this, and it wore all day at work, so I highly recommend that. But for today, since I have not played with the coffee shop palette, that's what I'm gonna do. I might tap that on the top of it just to show you what it looks like, but we'll see. Starting with something so interesting, I'm gonna start with this brown right here. And I used to have a Juvia's Place palette. I never used it though. And that's something that I'm trying to get away from. When I buy palettes, I really want to get use out of them. So that is why I'm using this palette right now, to be honest with you, is I do not want to buy a palette and have it sit in my collection unused. It's kind of pointless. I like that color. Should I zoom you guys in for this? Probably. Get you at least a little bit closer. I think that's as close as it goes. There is a lot of kick up with Juvia's Place shadows. I don't know if that's something new. I just wanted to make mention of it, but it's very pigmented to start with, and it looks very pretty, and it's blending very nicely. That's a lot of berries. That was quite literally a 2-second look, and I kind of just like the definition of it in the crease. Okay, I dig that. All right, so I don't deepen up the outer corner very much, you guys. It's not something that I in general do, but I do kind of want to give this shade right here a go on the lid just to see what it looks like. So I'm gonna use this kind of shader brush here. They don't really have names, and this is a brand I got off Amazon, so that really doesn't have not a lot of sparkle, not a lot of anything to it, does it really? Oh, there we go. Maybe just had to break through the surface of the pan just a little bit. This look that I'm doing right here reminds me of something that I can get from my Natasha Denona Retro palette, which is a palette. I actually hit pan on that shade that I use in there. And this shade right here from Juvia's Place looks a lot like that shade once it's built up. It doesn't have the immediate pigment that I like. I think it's Oscar from the Natasha Denona palette, but it can be built up, and it's giving kind of the same effect on the eyes that I really do like. I kind of feel like this shade down here would be a pretty one to use, but the shirt that I'm wearing today kind of has that teal from the High Life. So I think what I'm going to do is do the High Life so you guys can see how pretty it is. But I really like this look right here, like for just a natural neutral look. So let's do the High Life. And I just take the brush and kind of run it across the paddle there and get the color off and apply it that way. Do you see the difference between those two? Like right away. And it's just so easy to apply. So I will tell you guys, having worn this already, that this applies so much better not over an eyeshadow, because I put down that shade in the coffee shop palette to start with. This is coming a little bit patchy, or wearing a little bit patchy on my eye, and that is not the case at all with this shadow. That is totally the shadow underneath of it, which kind of makes me wonder how the wear time for this one's going to be since I put the shadow underneath of it. But, ooh, got a little under my eye. Oh yeah. So this I like the mattes in this one. I've only used, of course, that one shimmer in it, so I will get back to you once I've used more of that. This shadow right here, I don't know if this video is going to go live while the Ulta spring sale is still going on, but the shadow I think is on sale for $9. Totally worth it. 110%. And again, that is in the shade High Life. I did pick up one more thing. I got the CoverGirl Clean Eye Color, and the shade I picked up was Golden Toffee. I liked this. I did not love it, and it did not wear the greatest. We all know I love my Give Beauty I'm Still Here liquid lipstick in the shade Tomboy. I love this so much. It was the only lip color that I wore all last summer. So for the Sephora VIB sale, I did pick up a different shade, and I got the shade Flannel for more of a mauve pink look. And I'm trying to think here. I actually think my Tomboy might match this eye look a little bit better than Flannel, which I was really hoping to wear Flannel, but we're gonna go for Tomboy today. And I am going to line my lips real quick with the Ulta Beauty lip liner. The shade has worn off on this, but you guys have seen this numerous times on my channel. It came with the lip kit for Christmas time. And then I'm going to go in with Tomboy. You guys, I love this formula. It does not dry out my lips. As far as liquid lipsticks go, this is probably the most comfortable one that I have tried. And I absolutely adore this formula. So real quick, let me give you guys comparison swatches. This here is Tomboy, which I currently have on my lips. And this one underneath here is the shade Flannel. So Flannel is a little bit deeper and Tomboy's a little bit peachier. But you guys, this formula is fan-freaking-tastic. Oh my gosh, I just love the formula. If you're a fan of liquid lipsticks, this one isn't one that completely dries down. You'll still get transfer, but it dries down enough that it is long wearing. I can get like 6 to 7 hours, including eating and drinking, from wearing this without having to touch it up. So that is all the new products that I got. Like I said, I didn't get a lot. Let me go ahead and do my liner and mascara, and I will be back and we can talk about these new products. All right, you guys, this is going to be the final look using some of these newer to me products. I have to say the eyeshadow is definitely the standout. Can we just take a moment to appreciate this color? I love this color, and they last forever, just to let you guys know, on the eyes. Of course, they're gonna last forever in here. It'll probably dry out before I use it all, but it lasts forever on the eyes. The bronzer, I'm loving this bronzer. This is definitely more of a warmer tone bronzer, and I think that's perfect for the spring, summertime, especially with the warmer hair that I'm sporting right now. Let me know what you think down below. This foundation, I'm actually really quite enjoying it. The color is a spot-on match, which never happens for me. I am one of those weird ones that I'm not warm, neutral, or cool, and no matter what I put on my skin, it's gonna look more pink or more yellow, but this here looks good. It's not sinking into any of my pores. Of course, I do use a pore filling primer, just to let you know, but it looks just really good. It's not gathering or anything else. I do have a crease right here that it looks like it potentially might start gathering in. I do use a pore filler for that crease, but we'll see how that wears. The lipsticks, I already love this. I didn't put on the shade Flannel today like I wanted to, but it it goes. It really does go. The blush, I love. Oh, the eyeshadow palette. You guys, the mattes of Juvia's place are very pigmented. I really enjoyed this shade right here, and I think it's the perfect, like, neutrally, almost warm leaning, but not quite warm leaning color that goes with the green and the pink that this duochrome shifts to. Not a fan of the shimmer. Again, first impressions, I've used 2 shades. Do not take my word for it right now. Check back later and I will let you know what I really think of this when I've really tested it out. But that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and I will see you next Sunday. Bye!